everyone, welcome. My name is Barbara Aroshina, and I am an emotional wellness coach and the creator of Be With, Cards for Self-Care. And I'm so glad that you've tuned in today. Welcome to our new video series, happening weekly for the next 40 weeks. I am going to be introducing to you today the Be With approach, my approach to learning to love and trust yourself in order to balance your emotional life and create a life that feels as good on the inside as it looks on the outside. I've always kind of felt like I was a boat on a sea of my emotions, and whatever my emotions went, there was that I followed. And I couldn't find a way to anchor down. That was until I learned the skills of self-care and self-compassion, until I tapped into what it really means to be with myself, to give myself the love and time and care that I give everybody else in my life. So why do I believe that this is the healthiest approach for us to really tend to our emotional process and achieve what we want to in our lives? There's two principles that I work by. The first is that the best way to speed up is to slow down. Unfortunately, in our culture, we are constantly going. And in the midst of all that, sometimes we're going after things that don't even bring us joy, that don't even make us happy because they aren't true to who we really are. Most of the time we spend wearing masks, pretending to be somebody else, afraid of who, if we show up as who we really are, we won't belong or we won't fit in. And so I believe that slowing down is the best way to speed up, because what we slow down to is the reality of who we actually are. What we slow down to is the reality of what we actually feel, as well as the reality of what we actually want. There's a beauty and a wildness and a countercultural productivity to actually accepting who we are rather than believing that we need to change everything about ourselves just in order to feel acceptable. And so that's why the first principle is the best way to speed up is to slow down. Slowing down includes checking in with yourself and what you feel and what you want and what you're experiencing and what feels good and what doesn't feel good, as well as actually slowing down your day-to-day, not rushing to achieve so many things, but trusting that you have enough and you are enough right here where you are at any given time. The second of my principles is that anything that you've come by, whether it's a behavior, a thought, a coping mechanism, a way of being in the world, a decision, or even a circumstance, is something that you've come by honestly. So the first thing we're always going to do is forgive it. We're going to give it the grace and the gentleness and the kindness to say, hey, exactly how you're showing up, that's okay. Yeah, sometimes that might not even be the greatest of service to you. Maybe there's something better you could be doing for your health or for the health of your relationships or of your self-esteem. But guess what? The patterns that you have right now, you have them because at some point in life they served you. And so you've stuck with them. So the first thing we're going to do is pile on that self-compassion and say, any way that you are right now is okay. You've come by it honestly. So let's accept it for what it is right now. So that next time we can be free from the shame that usually comes with not self-acceptance. And then we actually get to ask, hey, is there a different choice I want to be making for my life? So that's kind of the two principles under which I work, and also under which the entire Be With approach exists, which is really the approach that I teach to loving and trusting yourself. So that's a bit of my backstory, as well as a bit about the approach that I take to the work that I do. I hope you tune in here every single week. You can either find the videos here on YouTube or over at our website at www.bewith.org. And every week we'll be looking at a different prompt, a different card, a different set of skills that you can build in yourself towards emotional wellness and emotional health. Learning how to love yourself, learning how to trust your own process, to trust your intuition, to trust your feelings, and in that, create a life that you love and respect and feel good in. Maybe a life that feels as good as it looks on Instagram. If you want to make sure that you don't miss these videos, then head on over to bewith.org and sign up for our weekly newsletter. So you'll get an email once a week letting you know that the new video is up and a link to it, so it's easy for you to watch at your own convenience. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'm so excited for the weeks that are ahead. I can't wait to journey on this path with you. Bye.